Good morning. It is Friday morning, which means what? It means you must finish strong and make it count. Do all you need to do today to finish the week strong, knowing that you did all you needed to do in order to achieve your short-term goals and, of course, stay on track for your long-term objectives. For me, it was a bit of a rude awakening, actually. After the night we had last night, I could have done with a bit of a lay-in, but I was up about 8:30. I was on it. I had a call at 10:30. From there went. Got an extremely short haircut. Then I'd pop into town, do some returns of things, come back here, and now I've got to get on and do some work. Today is all about getting the session ready for Monday morning to release to my Success Group's online group. Today is all about making more money. It's absolutely imperative if you're in business, that you put money very high, if not top of the priority list. If you really want to make your business financially successful, it has to be your number one priority. That's not to say that you still can't do good in your business. It doesn't mean to say that you can't have purpose and passion and have a mission. It doesn't mean you can't be heart-centered. It doesn't mean you can't help people. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means that you're running your business as a commercial enterprise, which means that all the decisions you make just need to go through the financial filter. Does it make financial sense? Does it keep me on track to achieve the financial growth that I want in my business? If so, then you carry on business as normal. Trust me, when I put money as our number one priority in business for 1 year only, it literally transformed our business and our lives. You cannot help people in business. You cannot do what it is you're trying to do in terms of your mission and everything else if you are struggling to make ends meet behind the scenes. It's absolutely essential as a business owner that you become financially successful. I really mean that, and I can't stress it enough. Maybe 2019 is the year where you also put money first, not only first, just, not to the exclusion of everything else, just first. Make sure you make the money first. Make sure the deal makes sense first. Make sure you get the money in first, get the contract signed first. Does this make sense? Pass it through that filter and it will transform your life and your business. Right, I've got to get on and I've got to crack on with, first of all, designing that session. Then I've got to head down to the studio and I've got to record it. I'll check in with you later. Have an awesome day. As I keep saying, because it's Friday, every day should be the same, by the way, but especially because it's Friday, make it count. Finish strong, because whatever you don't do today, I'm going to suggest you have to catch up over the weekend so that you stay on track. Fundamentally, that's the really important part. Set your goals, and then you just got to hold yourself accountable to stay on track to those goals. Do that, and you will get there. Right, I'll check with you later. Have an awesome one. Speak to you in a bit. Unfortunately, before I can get on and shoot the content for Success Groups Online, I have to first and foremost sort this mess out. The reason it's such a mess is because we were in a bit of a rush heading off to Dubai, and I had to take some of the kit. So I took some lights, took the cameras, took some extension cables, etc., lots of other bits and pieces. So I've left a mess to tidy up before I can even begin to create the content that I need to for Success Groups Online. Today's session is all about doubling your prices by looking at your overall model. So the session we ran last time actually was about massively increasing your prices based on your positioning. So leveraging your positioning, looking at niching, etc., looking at where you can elevate your position, communicate that position in order to charge a lot more for your products or services. Today, it's about looking at your overall model and how you can massively increase your prices based on that. I always start, just because it's a challenge, with a minimum of 2xing your current prices, because for most people, that's a challenge. I'll tell you now, you could do 1.2 right now. You could do 120% right now, and if you're selling at 100 quid, you could sell at 120 quid, in my opinion. You're not going to get a lot of pushback. If you're selling at 1,000, you could probably sell at £1,200. So you can go 10, 20% and you're unlikely to get any pushback. You might go a lot further than that, believe it or not, before getting any kind of pushback. However, 2x, normally we have to change something relatively considerably. And if people don't think they need to change much considerably to 2x, then why aren't they doing it already? Then guess what I challenge them? 4x. We always go up in multiples of 2. So yeah, so that's my challenge today, is to challenge them to look at their pricing, double that pricing, and look at how they can charge that ethically, authentically and honestly by reevaluating their entire business proposition, their entire business model. Anyway, I'll share some of that with you once we get underway, but for now, I've got to tidy this mess up. See you in just a little bit. Okay, so after getting the room sorted out, getting the cameras sorted out, technology sorted out, I shot 2 content videos, each of them over an hour long. And the content is all about raising prices and generating more money in your business. And I'm going to leave you with the kind of challenge, I suppose, that I left the people who are going to tune into that with. And the challenge is this: do you think you could sell twice as many products the next 12 months? Or do you think you could ramp up to selling twice as many products in 12 months? In other words, if you're selling, say, 10 a month right now, do you think that given 12 months with the right focus and the right disciplines, could you be selling 20 a month? Okay, that's the first part of the challenge. The second part of the challenge is this: could you be selling what it is you do for twice as much in 12 months? The answer actually for most small businesses is yes and yes. Okay, you might need some infrastructure changes, you might need to do some stuff, because we're talking serious growth here. We're talking about 4 times turnover in 12 months. But if you focused for the next 12 months on selling twice as much as you are right now, twice as much as you're selling it right now, you'll be 4x in your turnover in 12 months time. This is how businesses are going through massive growth. Okay, we always need to be selling more product, right? That's how you're going to grow your business, right? So if you're selling 10 a month, you want to get yourself up to 20 a month, right? However, if you're selling each one for £10, you want to be selling each one for £20. There's a whole host of ways you can do that, and that's what these 2 sessions were all about, which is basically how could you charge twice as much for what you're currently doing. Either immediately was one of my challenges, and I've done it myself, and I've got many clients to double their prices overnight, but also more realistically, if you want to use that word, could you do it over the next 12 months? The answer is yes and yes. You could sell twice as much product for twice as much. The question is, how? How do you justify those prices? How do you value yourself? How do you get it working, everything else? I'm afraid that's what those sessions were all about, and that's what we're all about ongoing basis at Success Groups. There you go. How would you feel if you sold twice as many products for twice as much money in 2019? I think you'd be pretty okay with that kind of growth. Anyway, I'll share more and more stuff as we go through. I'm going to call it a day right now. Hope you had an awesome one. It's Friday, so as always, make sure you've made it count. Make sure you've done everything you need to do to finish really strong. If you haven't, pick up the slack over the weekend, get yourself back on track and start smashing away on Monday. Have an awesome one. I'll check in with you on Monday. We'll do it all over again as we start to wind down towards Christmas. Have an awesome one. Check in with you later.